Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome to Steam Prison Beyond the Steam. This is a sequel to Steam Prison Grand Ending, which I have not played. Please forgive me. But thank you to MangaGamer for the code. I have muted the voices in game because I believe they are entirely Japanese. So I will be reading them instead. And we'll see how this goes for a full series, because I believe it's a little bit on the longer side, but let's go. Start. Only first name can be changed. Okay, we're fine keeping it default. Yes. This is a visual novel. You've been warned now. The world was split in two. The heights, a beautiful utopia in the sky, and the depths, a filthy, mechanical city. Each world mistrusted, rejected, and despised the other. But that is no longer the case. By decree of St. Yun, the shackles have been removed. Doors have opened and time marches on. Lingering bitterness fades into the sky like the stars at dawn. It has been 2 years since the decree was made. The story takes place on the cusp of the future. That's what they said. I admit I was skeptical at first too. But I changed my mind when I saw his portrait and personal history. He's just perfect for you. Staring at my mother from across the table as I ate my morning oatmeal. It's like there's no stop with her lately. Doesn't she have anything better to do? Apparently not. I wasn't annoyed, mostly just impressed. My mother was adamant about setting me up with a suitor. She wouldn't let up about how important having a family was. My parents had a great relationship, and seeing them together made me smile. It seemed almost like the perfect husband and wife. I'm not ready to start a family. There are so many other things I want to do first. I love my job maintaining order in the heights. I love broadening my horizons in the depths. I also love mentoring children who want to be police officers one day, and my volunteer work as a guide for visitors. I knew that starting a family would only tie me down. A spouse, children. I want to be able to give them the attention they deserve. That's why it wasn't a step to be taken lightly. I still wanted to focus on myself. Besides, we've finally been given the freedom to choose our own life partners. That should include the freedom to choose no one. Only I could make mother understand. This wasn't something she really wanted from me. I couldn't bear to see her spirits dampened, so I stayed quiet. Even she's bound to give up sooner or later. No matter how bad things got, however many suitors she tried to set me up with, I would just politely refuse again and again and again, till eventually she got the message. It was just a question of whose will was stronger. You won't wear me down, Mother. I made up my mind just as I finished eating and stood up from the table. Finn would be here any minute. While I'm off. You're leaving already? But we haven't finished talking yet. You promised me You want me to meet this person, right? Do whatever you need to. I promise I'll be there. I pass the time chatting about trivial things and then come up with some reason to decline his proposal. These meetings were just work as far as I was concerned. I'd be alright. I've got through worse. Now, let's make today a good one. Oh, good morning, Cyrus. Good morning, Finn. Standing at my door was Finn Euclides, my treasured colleague. He was so quiet and reserved that he felt like a big little brother, despite being 4 years older than me. You're right on time, just like always. And are you? You opened the door before I even had a chance to knock. Yeah, Mother is being her usual self. See, still trying to set you up with someone. She's persistent, isn't she? You can say that again. Huh, you're the only one who understands my pain. Father always takes her side. He's also reminded me how wonderful marriage is. No one cares how I feel. Huh. Well, that's just how parents are. Mine used to be the same way. Used to be? They aren't anymore. Not since I moved out to live on my own. No. They've already decided my little brother will take over the family business, so I guess it's not that important anymore. That's so unfair. What can you do? You're their one and only daughter, Cyrus. It comes with the territory, right? Still, I wonder if they would give it a rest if I left home like you did. Don't say that. It's dangerous for a girl to live by herself. You can do it, then so can I. Maybe, but there's no way your parents would allow it. They would not worry too much, and so would I. Please, just try to tough it out with them. Not you two. No one ever takes my side. I'll always be on your side. I came to meet you today, didn't I? Yeah, that's true. Even though you don't need to now that the partner system has been abolished. We've always been working together ever since I became a police officer. I'm always the most comfortable when you're around. I feel the same. Patrols require at least 2 people, sometimes more, depending on what the assignment is. But it doesn't mean we're always in the same group. I guess I'm just not used to it yet. I always find myself looking for you, Cyrus. Still, it's been 6 months since the system was abolished. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm so inept. There's no need to apologize. Do you really think I'm that reliable? It feels good to be appreciated. Women still don't get enough credit. Perhaps. Anyway, don't take this the wrong way, but I think your so-called ineptitude suits you. It's admirable how you try to make up for it. I wouldn't know what to do if you suddenly matured overnight when I wasn't looking. Probably get jealous. Jealous? You'd be jealous of me, Cyrus? Of course! We used to be partners after all. Rivalry is bound to develop when 2 people work together that closely. I want us to grow at the same pace as much as we reasonably can. At the same pace, huh? I'll have to work hard to keep up with you then, but yes, I feel the same way. I want things to stay like this between us forever. I nodded in agreement, and our conversation came to an end. 2 of us walked along in silence after that. It felt comfortable. I truly treasured our time together. I want things to stay like this forever, too. Even if marriage turned out to be unavoidable, I prayed it wouldn't change our relationship, at least not right away. Cyrus, Finn, I've been waiting for you. The large man called out to us the moment we set foot inside the temple. It was Enos Heinrich Hein, our direct superior. Good morning, is something the matter? I suppose you could say that. Sir Enos put his hand on his chin thoughtfully. Finn and I exchanged glances, completely clueless. Do either of you have any interest in the area beyond the depths? Beyond the depths? What does that mean? I haven't seen it firsthand, so I'm afraid I can't be more specific. But our latest surveys indicate large unexplored areas outside the depths, or rather, on the surface. Seems a request was submitted to Ulrich to investigate further, and the Assembly has approved it. They have? You have a problem with that? As government employees, you're nothing more than Temple's lapdogs. You should carry out your duties as instructed. Sir Saxon, you haven't changed a bit. Saxon Brandenburg. He used to run the prison in the depths known as the Sanctuary District. Presently he worked in legislation at the temple. He seemed to be a brilliant legislator, but on a personal level, Though 2 years have passed, the memory of the time we crossed swords was seared into my mind. I reflexively shut my mouth at the sight of him. Its effect on Finn was even more pronounced, and the two of us stood there in silence, except... This is work. I shouldn't let personal feelings get in the way. I thought to myself before looking Sir Saxon straight in the eye. As an assemblyman, you seem to have us at a disadvantage regarding this matter, Sir Saxon. Indeed, and this is terrible to explain things, so it will probably go faster if I tell you myself. Why did you have me bring it up? It's important to follow the chain of command. I'm a staunch believer in hierarchy. You too? Have you ever been to the edge of the depths? The edge? What are you talking about? Let's call it the outer reaches then. Although I can tell from your reaction that you haven't. It was my understanding that you visit the depths on occasion. I had higher hopes. Sorry to disappoint you. Our interest in the depths is primarily in expanding our knowledge of urban environments. Have you been to the edge, Sir Saxon? I have. What? Why do you look so surprised? Because I've never... When was it? Recently? When I was with the hounds, I rode a horse there out of boredom. You didn't invite me? Why would I do that? You're so serious and uptight, it wouldn't have been relaxing at all. Anyway, I found myself growing curious about what lied at the edge of the depths, so I went to see for myself. And what did you find? Nothing. Only a dense fog. I immediately lost interest and turned back. But according to a report by Ulrich, that urchin Valentine took under his wing, there's an entirely new world on the other side of that fog. His report inspired me to consult a map from before the flood, and it seemed that the depths are but a tiny fraction of the world at large. Now, I've received notice that arrangements have been made to explore beyond the fog, and to please dispatch a number of people capable of assisting. The only requirement was that they be people Ulrich is familiar with. Naturally, that limited our options. Me and Finn? That's right. My position as administrator prevents me from leaving. Elcreed would be the best candidate, but he's indispensable in the Legislative Assembly. Personally, nothing would make me happier than dragging that loudmouth along. Anyway, expedition leaves tomorrow. Will you go? You mean we have a choice? You mean we have a choice? In a sense, I would just as soon kick your butt into compliance, but if there are any extenuating circumstances... As a legislator, I have to respect the will of the people. I can't tell you how aggravating it is having to walk on eggshells around police officers of all things. He never knows when to stop talking, does he? According to Sir Enos, he had mellowed out considerably since his time with the hounds, but from where I stood, he still seemed to be wrestling with spines. An expedition to a new world. What do you think, Finn? Me? Oh, well, I don't really have any reason to refuse, so if they want me along, then just say the word and I'm in. I'll go. I'm not sure I'll be of much use, though. You're larger than most, so you make a good shield at least. What about you, Cyrus? Do I have any reason not to? It might get in the way of the meeting Mother is trying to arrange. Journeying into the unknown, it seemed like it would take more than just a few days. Hey, how things went, that meeting might prevent me from going altogether. No, that's not right. My duty comes first. I can always meet with a potential suitor later. It is what it is. I'm certain Mother will understand. Yes, I humbly accept the assignment. We're counting on you. He isn't here at the moment, but Avish will also be accompanying you as the party's physician. He's a bit of an eccentric, as you know, but he's a good doctor. I trust you'll get on well with him? You idiot, what kind of introduction is that? Avish. He had been standing behind Sir Innes for some time. The size difference between them was so great that Adish had been completely hidden. I feel like a failure as a police officer for not noticing him. Must have been distracted by the situation with my mother. How embarrassing. Don't give me that look. You act like you've seen a ghost. I'm not giving you any look. Your eyes are way too intense. I'm due admit to being eccentric, though. People have been saying that about me since I was a little kid, so I'm used to it. I've reached the age where I don't get upset or argue about it anymore. Adish, Rosalie, I'll be accompanying you as the party's physician. It's my policy not to waste resources on a lost cause, so if you're hurt, tell me before it's too late. I wasn't expecting you to come and introduce yourself. Wonderful. That's not why I'm here. Don't praise me like I'm some child. I want to see what the limitation on supplies is. How much of my medical equipment can I bring with me? Filament on supplies. Has Ulrich mentioned anything to you? Not really. There wasn't anything in the written request either. Ridiculous! Check with him even if he hasn't said anything. There's no point in me coming if I'm empty-handed. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. I'm sadly growing accustomed to all this bureaucratic red tape. You're not satisfied unless you spend every breath complaining, are you? Like about my childhood, you could at least try to put yourself in my shoes. Calling a new world sounds nice and all, but you're basically throwing us into a hostile environment we know nothing about. Whether it was the Sanctuary District or the Depths, the only reason I survived was because there were people living there. But it's not like that this time. There's no guarantee we'll be able to procure anything as we go. And yet doctors are still expected to be able to do their job somehow. If we fail, that's it. We're the last line of defense. Do you understand the weight of that responsibility? I didn't realize you felt this way. You didn't say anything when you accepted, so I thought you had a more optimistic outlook. I have no problem with being selected for this assignment. I'm protesting the way I'm being treated. Also would have chosen me if I were in your position. I'm highly qualified. Then quit your whining. You have the same objections, I can imagine. Even without a weight limit, it's better to pack light if we're going to be traveling on foot. It's not the same as making a house call. I need to know what to bring. Fine as long as I have a Sora, but it's not like that for him. Doctors draw on their knowledge and experience to choose the right medicines and equipment to treat people. He's right. There's only so much he can carry. If he doesn't choose carefully, lives might be lost that otherwise could have been saved. I wonder what I can do to alleviate his anxieties. Nothing could be more painful for a doctor than watching a patient die. I didn't want him to feel that way. Also have to introduce all the guys, I guess. Is there anything I can do to help? Is there anything I can do to help you with? Is there anything I can help you with? No. His response was certainly one. No, it's outside of my expertise, but does he have to be so harsh? You know how to handle medicines properly or diagnose illness, tie a tourniquet, what about an amputation? That's what I thought, because you're no doctor. Just like I don't know how to do reconnaissance or make arrests. Oh, what? My point is each of us is good at something different. I just know what you expected me to say, so stop worrying about me and focus on your job. You're right. Thank you for the reminder. We need time to prepare before you head to the Depths. Both of you can go home for now. I'll take care of updating the shift schedule. Right, let's go, Finn. Okay, see you later then. All the guys, aka I'm running out of guy voices to do. An expedition to an uncharted territory. It's also sudden. I can't believe they only told us the day before. Must have been planning this for some time now. Just the nature of her job, I guess. A thief doesn't give advance notice before they rob someone. I'm not sure that comparison works. Even so, I hope it's not reckless to say, but I'm actually looking forward to it. Really? Not surprising. You're usually more hesitant about things like this. That's true. I'm still anxious, of course, but we don't often get the chance to work together these days. It feels nice, like old times. Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can take it easy, okay? Let's work together and make this mission a success. Agreed. I'll give it my all. The next morning. After managing to convince my mother, I arrived at the rendezvous point in high spirits. The door to the lift was already open, looking like it was ready to descend at any moment. So I sat down on the sofa, waiting for Finn and Nadish to arrive. This is a nice change of pace. All I had done was delay the inevitable, but at least I didn't have to worry about meeting with any more suitors for now. That was a weight off my chest. Things are off to a good start. Now I just need to focus on the mission. It's just you? Where's Finn? He's not here yet. I'm sure he'll arrive on time. Huh, I always thought you two were attached at the hip, but I guess you have separate lives after all. Yes, ever since the partner system was abolished. Adish took a seat near me and set his bag down. Despite the satchel's small size, it made a heavy thud as it hit the floor. Is that all you're bringing? Yes, this is all of it. I bring everything, so I just focus on the treatment for external injuries. Scissors, stethoscope, gloves, thermometer, rubbing alcohol, antibiotics. Styptic, tourniquets, syringes, saline, lactated ringer solution, antipyretics, sedatives, analgesics, blood plasma expander. Hey, why don't you say anything? What, do you expect me to give you a complete inventory? Huh? You're the one who started talking? Just don't get it. I'm a pain in the ass to deal with it. Okay, can't exactly say it makes sense to me, but I realize I should have stopped you sooner. Trying very hard to understand you, Adish. I don't need you to understand, just don't take me so seriously. Whatever, it's not important. You're just uptight as Innes. I'm like, Sir Innes, I don't feel worthy of such a compliment. Does that make you happy? Yes, I have immense respect for him. See, it wasn't intended as a compliment in the slightest. Who's that arriving? Is it Finn? Sorry. Good morning, everyone. Oh, we still have to meet some people. You seem so different, more irritating than usual. You're joking, right? Your eyes haven't gotten that bad, have they? Why is it the doctors never take care of themselves? My eyes are just getting worse by the year, you know. But there's nothing I can do about it. It's hereditary. I'm Elkreed the Valentine, equal parts status, wealth, and prestige, and I'm the most desirable man in the world. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I don't need an introduction. I know who you are, but why are you here? I thought you were staying behind this time. Yes, indeed, but at least allow me the opportunity to see off the team that will be accompanying my dear Ulrich on this expedition of his. Maybe some time before we meet again. Do you expect this to be a long expedition? It was only a few days. I may need to reevaluate what I'm bringing. There's no need to worry. Ulrich is taking care of the essentials, and anything he can buy in the heights, he can buy in the depths too. That's the world we live in now, thankfully. As for the duration, there isn't a set schedule. Indeed. Setting one would be impossible. It's a journey into the unknown, after all. A week, a month, a year, perhaps even a lifetime. Naturally, I don't mean to imply you should devote your entire life to it. I would like to see you return within a reasonable time frame. It's assuming you make it back, though. There's no telling what sort of dangers await out there. You're right. There's a chance for me not to survive. Yes, the valiant knights from fairy tales always triumph over adversity and return to a hero's welcome. No matter how skilled or courageous you may be, you live in reality. Glory is not guaranteed. That's why I wanted to see you off with the promise that we'll meet again. You understand, don't you? I knew I would be last. Sorry, I'm late. Finn! Thank God you're my hero, Finn. Where is this coming from? My head was about to explode if I had to listen to any more of Elkreed's hot air. He saved my life. Okay. How rude to call it hot air. That was making relevant, insightful comments. Maybe Cyrus, you were completely ignoring me. Oh, my apologies for finding the lady more appealing. Tell me about it. You could hardly be any more obvious. Anyway, it's time. Shouldn't we be going? Yes, we'll return, Elkreed. Take care. Have a safe journey. Elkreed episode has been unlocked. Okay. I played 2, aren't I? MC Moth sent you and that you just missed them. What a shame. If only you'd been here a few moments earlier. Were you kidding? You intentionally waited for them to leave, didn't you? How perceptive. I'm surprised. Time was just too perfect. But why? If you didn't want to see them off, then why bother coming at all? I know, but I found I couldn't help myself. I wanted to come. Whatever the plan, you wanted to go with them, didn't you? Yes, of course. So did I. That's why I didn't want them to see me. I was afraid I might end up tagging along myself. It's no small matter for you or I to leave this place. We mustn't be reckless. Our positions entail a certain degree of responsibility. There's nothing we can do about it. However, even you may leave if you follow protocol, and that's the world we live in now. Well, that's to accompany you when that time comes. Certainly, having you along would be the equivalent of 100 men, or perhaps 1,000. More than that, even, and that's no exaggeration. I've manually decreased our speed. It'll take us longer to get there, but it should reduce the shaking some. I'm impressed. You really seem to know your way around. My trips back and forth gave me the chance to learn. I can make it go faster or slower. No, faster. I'm not in the mood to fall. Going faster wouldn't make us fall. She's right. Most accidents are a result of improper maintenance. I think it was last month when the lift just dropped suddenly right after it left the heights. Hey, we're not talking about this right now. I can only take so much teasing. Do you hate me or something? I don't hate you. I'm just telling you what happened. No one ever told me about this thing falling. Where did you hear that? I saw something about it in the newspaper. There was no one on board at the time, so the control override kicked in immediately. Probably didn't get much coverage since it was just a minor incident. See, well, I'm sure it's been thoroughly inspected, so as long as the control override is functioning, there should be nothing to worry about. All I can do is worry. Shit, how do you police officers handle it? You're looking a little pale. Are you alright? Not in the slightest. My motion sickness is already acting up. Nausea, dizziness, cold sweats. I can't do this. I'll take a sedative, a central nervous system stimulant, drug for atomic ataxia, maybe a sleeping pill for good measure. Supplies are limited, so we should probably be rationing them. Isn't that a bit much? During peacetime, the doctor's health comes first. You're all as good as done for if I drop dead. I'm gonna lie down now. Wake me when we get there. Will do. Good night. Are you alright, Finn? Yes, I'm fine. I'm a little uneasy since I haven't done this in so long, but it's no problem. That's good to hear. When was the last time you rode the lift? Oh, 2 years ago now, when we went to the Sanctuary District for our promotion exams. That long? Feels like so much wasted opportunity. I'm just an average citizen of the Heights, not like you, Cyrus. It's not that I have anything against visiting the depths, I just don't have any particular interest in it either. That reminds me, what's the Sanctuary District like these days? All I know is that they don't use it to hold prisoners anymore, and they've abolished the inspection requirement for promotion exams. What's become of the people living there? It seems like it's still under the control of the Heights as an enclave territory. I heard it's undergoing extensive renovations to make it more livable. My understanding is that the people living there can either choose to establish residency or relocate somewhere else. I'm not sure what that will ultimately look like, but it doesn't sound bad. The world is changing for the better under Saint Ian. A Dodge episode has been unlocked. Alright. Now we've made it to the depths. We're gonna call it good there. I might continue on. Let me know if you'd like to see more. See me play through more of this. I might do it anyway, but massive backlog. Backlog is huge. Yeah. Thank you again, MangaGamer, for the code. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click that little bell for the notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below, various links, social media, Discord, to come hang out. Get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!